Gallade. Now before anyone calls me sexist because of what Gallade higher than Gardevoir and because all Gallades are male, then I'll tell you now that that has nothing to do with the reason why Gallade is number 10. Gallade is number 10 because of his design and usefulness in battle, which I personally find superior to Gardevoir's. Gallade has a very cool looking design with those blade arms along with what the fiery Joker calls the Wolverine elbow blade, and his head which is designed after a gladiator helmet. Now let's look at Gallade's usefulness in battle. Gallade is a psychic and fighting type with its attack stat being just as high as Gardevoir's special attack and has a high special defense stat just like Gardevoir. Gallade can learn some great fighting and psychic type moves like close combat and psycho cut, and Gallade learns a wide variety of physical attacks from leveling up, TMs, and tutoring. And Gallade has an awesome Mega Evolution in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which increases his already high attack stat and gives him a design that makes him look like an awesome superhero. Luxray. Hands down, my favorite electric type Pokemon. Luxray is a very cool looking and intimidating Pokemon. Again, literally, because it can have Intimidate for its ability. Luxray has a high attack stat with good special attack stat as well, that isn't too far behind, allowing you to do a good amount of damage with physical and special attacks, which is great for Luxray as it can learn some awesome electric type moves, both physical and special. One problem I do have with Luxray is that it only learns electric, normal, and dark type moves when leveling up, which is a big limitation. But Luxray can learn a lot of great moves that aren't electric, normal, or dark from breathing, tutoring, and TMs, such as Fire Fang, Ice Fang, and even Superpower. I almost always catch a Shinx early on in the Gen 4 games because of Luxray, and it is helpful against bosses in the Gen 4 games. At this point, I haven't seen anybody use a Luxray in Pokemon videos on YouTube, but more people definitely need to use this Pokemon. Many people have been saying that Game Freak have been running out of ideas for the past few years, but I think the next Pokemon on this list proves that claim wrong, considering it took until Generation 6 to get a T-Rex Pokemon! Yes, number 7 is Tyrantrum, my favorite fossil Pokemon, and my favorite rock-type Pokemon as well. Tyrantrum is a badass T-Rex. I don't think there's anything else I need to say about its design, other than it was also designed by Hitoshi Ariga. Tyrantrum has an incredibly high attack stat and defense stat, and what's better is that Tyrantrum can learn very powerful moves, including the new rock-type move introduced in Generation 6 called Head Smash, which has a power of 150, but does recoil damage, and Tyrantrum has the strong draw ability, which boosts the power of fighting moves by 50%. Also, despite what you'd think from looking at it for the first time, Tyrantrum is also part Dragon-type. You can learn some powerful Dragon-type moves. Tyrantrum was a great member of my team in Pokemon Y due to it owning a lot of bosses, especially Wolfric. And you will not believe how many of Team Flare's Pokemon have been defeated by just Tyrantrum. Gen 6 definitely made a lot of awesome new Pokemon to make up for the small number of them added compared to other generations, and Tyrantrum is a prime example of that. Lucario, my favorite fighting and my favorite steel type, even though I like it more of its fighting type than steel type. In the past, I've always wanted to use a Lucario, but I thought I would never be able to make a Rio happy enough to get it to evolve into Lucario. But that changed in X and Y, where Karina, the first gym leader, gives you one of her Lucarios because it likes you. And using Karina's Lucario was a decision I didn't regret. Lucario has a high attack and special attack stat, meaning that literally any move will do a lot of damage unless it's not very effective. Lucario also has a great speed stat, allowing it to attack first and destroy a lot of Pokemon. Lucario can learn an extremely large amount of moves of new types, even Dragon and Psychic, giving Lucario a great advantage over a lot of other Pokemon. Lucario is one of the few Pokemon that can learn the move Aura Sphere, which everybody thought was its signature move back in Gen 4 until we found out Togekiss could do it too. Anyway, Aura Sphere is a good move that has 80 power but never misses. And when Lucario Mega Evolves, which is the first Mega Evolution you use in X and Y, where Lucario's attack, special attack, and speed drastically increase, and it gets adaptability for its ability, which increases the boost from the same type attack bonus. I also like Lucario because he's one of my favorite characters to play in Smash Bros. Yes, that Lucario is a male, because of his ability where his attacks deal more damage the higher his percentage is. We've seen quite a few Gen 3 Pokemon on this list, but it's time to meet my favorite, Flygon. Like with other Pokemon we've seen on this list, Flygon requires a high level to get its pre-evolution Vibrava to evolve, but it is worth it. I absolutely love Flygon's design, with its reptilian arms and tail, with really cool looking wings and red lenses over its eyes. I just think this Pokemon looks really cool. Can I express that anymore? Flygon is a very balanced Pokemon in terms of stats, with its attack and speed tied to the highest. Flygon is a Dragon and Ground type, meaning it can learn a lot of great Dragon and Ground type moves. My Flygon in Pokemon Emerald has Dragon Claw, Dragon Dance, Crunch, and Earthquake, which are all great moves. Flygon has the ability to levitate as well, which is an awesome ability. Flygon can also learn Fire, Grass, Fighting, and even Bug type moves we use at TM, giving Flygon the potential to have a moveset that is dangerous to a lot of Pokemon types. I have literally ran out of things to say. I have said everything about why I love Flygon and why it's an awesome Pokemon. Only wish they got Mega Evolution or Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But that definitely probably would have given it a boost that it could definitely need. This list has constantly changed over the past few months of planning this, in terms of what places the Pokemon would be in. But one thing that has never changed is the top 5, because I love them so much. And our first Pokemon in the top 5 is Haxorus. Just look at it! It's an extremely deadly looking dinosaur with battle axe blades on its jaw. Haxorus is a pure dragon type with an attack that is higher than Salamance's. Haxorus can learn some incredibly powerful moves such as Outrage from leveling up in TM. When playing through Pokemon White, after my Axew had evolved into Fracture, I instantly remembered seeing the trailer for Pokemon Black and White, and vaguely remembering that I saw this awesome looking Pokemon with axe blades on its jaw. So I did some research and found out that Fracture evolves into Haxorus, and it made me extremely happy that I was going to get such a badass looking Pokemon. When my Fracture finally evolved into Haxorus, it started destroying trainers, bosses, Bianca, Sharon, and even ends Reshiram. My Haxorus took out Reshiram. Let that know that you shouldn't fuck with Haxorus. We have seen a crap load of dragon types on this list, due to dragon being my favorite type along with grass. But now I think it's finally time to reveal my favorite dragon type, Garchomp. Garchomp is a motherfucking shark-dragon hybrid. When I first saw Garchomp when I battled Cynthia for the first time, I immediately said, "Whoa, that thing's awesome! I want one now!" Even Super Smash Bros. The Wii U knows how awesome Garchomp's design is because of what it says in its trophy description. It says, it's basically a Mach speed flying dinosaur. Yes, this thing can fucking fly with spikes. But enough about Garchomp's super badass and cool design. Let's get to Garchomp in battle. Garchomp is a pseudo-legendary with an attack stat of 130, a HP stat of 108, and a speed stat of 102, which helps Garchomp decimate tons of Pokemon, in conjunction with it being able to learn moves like Earthquake and Giga Impact. Also, my Garchomp in Pokemon Platinum, which is one of the best members of my team in that game, is the only Pokemon I've been able to teach Draco Meteor to, which is the most powerful dragon type move. Granted, its special attack is much lower than special attack, but the plot. Also, Garchomp got a Mega Evolution in X and Y, which raises its attack to 170 and gives it the Sand Force ability. People say you need to get yourself a Dragonite, but it should be get yourself a Garchomp. The only major downside is Garchomp has a ×4 weakness to Ice, but even then, Garchomp can learn Fire-type moves. My top 3 favorite Pokemon are all final evolutions of starter Pokemon, because I usually really like their designs. Unfortunately though, for any Water-type fans watching this, this is our only Water-type on this list. but I absolutely love this Pokemon. Greninja. Just the concept alone should tell you why I like this Pokemon. It's a ninja! What guy doesn't love ninjas? Greninja has a speed stat of 122 with its special attack and attack stats shortly behind respectively. Greninja can learn some great moves leveling up, such as Hydro Pump, Night Slash, Water Shuriken, which was its signature move in X and Y before Agrigor got it, and its signature move that still is its signature move, Matlock, which is the same thing as King's Shield, but it affects all Pokemon on the user's side. Greninja is one of the rare instances where I don't choose the Grass starter as my starter in a Pokemon game. And while I like Chesnaught's design and move potential, I prefer Greninja's much more. Also, for like the two of you that don't know, Greninja is a playable character in Super Smash Bros. 3DS and Wii U, and I love playing as him. Greninja is my favorite playable Pokemon character in the Smash Bros. Series, with his fast and strong attacks, and he's one of my best characters in the whole game, and I've been able to face some really good Smash Bros. Players as Greninja in full glory mode. Serperior. As someone whose favorite type is grass and likes snakes, I obviously like Serperior. Serperior is a giant plant snake that is based off of various types of snakes and limbless lizards. Serperior is also based off of French royalty, and the inspiration came from an anime called The Rose of Versailles, which I've never heard of before. Serperior has a high speed stat with a good defense and special defense stat as well. Serperior learns some great grass-type moves like Leaf Blade, Giga Drain, Leaf Storm, and can learn the move Coil, which raises its attack, defense, and accuracy. And by using TMs, Serperior can learn some good offensive moves like Aerial Ace and Dragon Tail, and supportive moves like Reflect and Light Screen. My Serperiors in Pokemon White and White 2 have defeated countless numbers of Pokemon, and has really helped me against quite a few of the gym leaders. In White 1, my Serperior defeated Iris's Haxorus because of Leech Seed. Also, I love the name, Serperior, a combination of serpent and superior. Very appropriate. So what is my favorite Pokemon? Well, the first Pokemon game I played was actually Pokemon Pearl. And because of that game, I became a Pokemon fan and played the other games. One of my two favorite Pokemon types is Grass, and I'm a fan of the final evolutions of starter Pokemon. So put all of those clues together, and you probably have figured it out by now. Yes, Torterra is my favorite Pokemon. Now, before any of you say it sucks, let me explain. Let's start with its design. I really like Torterra's design of a 7-foot-tall tortoise with aspects of an Ankylosaurus with a tree and mountains on its back. It definitely gives the impression that Torterra is strong. And that's what Torterra is, with a base attack stat of 109, a base defense stat of 105, and a base HP stat of 95. Also, Torterra can learn some super strong moves like Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, Crunch, and Earthquake. Unfortunately, Torterra is an extremely underrated Pokemon. Most people just ignore Torterra mainly because of its type of grass and ground, which gives it a times 12 weakness to ice. And while there is a flaw with Torterra, especially considering that the 7th gym in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum is an Ice-type gym, but I have a solution. My Torterra, which by the way is level 83, knows Stone Edge because of TMs, which is a very powerful Rock-type move, and Ice is weak to Rock. This also helps Torterra against its other weaknesses, which are Fire, Flying, and Fog. Me and my Torterra have defeated hundreds, possibly thousands, of Pokemon in the Gen 4 games. In conclusion, Torterra has an awesome design, great stats, learns ridiculously powerful moves, is one of my two favorite types, can combat its weaknesses pretty well with my Stone Edge strategy, has the highest level of any Pokemon I've owned, and is the final evolution of my first ever Pokemon. And that is why Torterra is my favorite Pokemon.